Welcome to Find Your Fortitude. This week I want to do a week 2 recap for transitioning into a healthy lifestyle. Whether it's your first time or multiple times, a different attempt, whatever it may be, it's a struggle. It's a struggle, and I started this because I'm sharing my man Goof's story and his journey, along with I'm getting ready for the 6 week challenge for MJ Fitness. So week 2, so I recapped week 1, and then again it was all about baby steps. And my week 1 goals were to keep everything that I was doing, get into the gym early, working out, getting good workouts in, and focusing on eating more protein and basically more healthy food. And then this week's goals were more cardio and less sweets, because I have a huge sweet tooth and it's very difficult for me to transition out of my desserts, especially at night. Did not happen. Monday was a great day. And then it just went all downhill from there. And it's kind of as disappointing as it is. I think it's good that I'm sharing it, and it's good to let people know that it is acceptable, that everybody wants a journey that's just straight up. But there's no journey that just goes straight up. You're going to have a lot of peaks, a lot of valleys, a lot of highs, a lot of lows. And this week, a couple personal issues came up and some feelings, a lot to do with just losing my parents. And that's why I want to do my next Find Your Fortitude about that. And this was just a shit week for me. And it just took everything in me to basically just stay afloat from what I was doing last week, and not just giving in to the sadness or the certain temptations or certain just wanting to take the easy road, the easy path, and just quit altogether. So this week it was more so me just fighting, like a daily fight to stay on track. And no, I wasn't thriving. There's a quote, there's so many quotes like thrive instead of just survive. But no, I was not thriving this week at all. I was barely surviving, and to me that was a victory. And for a lot of people, especially whatever it may be, like it could have been way worse. It could have been, I could have just completely given in, not worked out, not went to the gym, completely given up on my eating, all that. But I stayed consistent with my workouts. I stayed consistent with eating healthy-ish. I was basically just a repeat of week 1, which in itself is victory. And a lot of people beat themselves up because they're so hard on themselves if they don't continue to progress or see immediate results or see immediate difference in your routine or results, and you just give up. And I think it's important to know that you're gonna have your moments where it just feels like you're fighting just to survive, or it just feels like you're in quicksand, and it's just like doesn't matter how hard you fight, like you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, and you're just gonna keep getting lower and lower. But it goes way beyond just fitness. If you're new to me and new to my story, I love fitness so much because not only have I done the journey and I'm currently like get back to where I want to be, but it's never ending. Like there's no end. There's no finish line for fitness, and it also translates into every other aspect of your life with discipline and just really figuring out, focusing on what it's hard to explain. Like for fitness, for me, like everything just clicks. It's just easy. It just clicks. Like I understand mind muscle connection. I understand time under tension. I understand what eating healthy is like. I understand what I have to do for my body. I understand a good workout and a bad workout. It all makes sense to me. But it all makes sense to me because it came through practice and time, highs, lows, being overweight, over 100 pounds, learning self-discipline, learning what motivates me, because what motivates me doesn't motivate everybody else. But all these lessons, it goes into like other aspects of life, you know, relationships, work, um, really just any career, anything. And so like when it comes to like, I was talking to Goof at the gym, and it's just like, yeah, we both had a tough week, but it's just like anything else in life. Like sometimes it takes everything in you to just make that phone call to apologize to somebody. And it may seem so small, but that may be a huge thing. It may feel like you're doing everything you can at school just to like get past with C's, but you could be dropping out. You could be like quitting a job instead of just surviving. So don't beat yourself up if you're just surviving and going and just getting through, because sometimes you just have to get through, because when everything's against you, you just want to give in and give up. And that's what most people do. That's what I've done. That's what I'm sure it's going to happen to me in some aspect of my life again, and I'm going to have to get back up from it. But when it comes to this fitness and healthy lifestyle, you just have to stay positive. And when I was going through my weight loss journey, I remember I would I would be eating like pizza and wings and imagining myself like in incredible shape. Now that doesn't really match up, but just because I was having, and I had no idea what I wanted to do, I still visualized it. I think visualization is key to anything you do in life, especially with fitness. So just don't get too hard on yourself. Keep setting goals. Like my goals are still, so my goals, since I didn't reach them last week, this week again it's cardio and lay off the sweets. Those are my goals this week. And it's getting into a routine is so difficult, and that's why I like sharing like these struggles with me. Like it doesn't matter how many times I've been through this or been on a different fitness journey or fitness goals, getting into that routine and that lifestyle and just staying committed to it is so difficult. But the important thing is you keep pushing forward and don't be hard on yourself. I mean, everybody else in your life is going to be hard enough on you. So sometimes you have to be your biggest cheerleader. No, like last week fucking sucked for me. Like it was awful in every aspect. But I learned more about myself in the down times than I do in the highs. And the mere fact that I didn't quit, I was having such a bad day Wednesday that I didn't go to the gym. But I made sure I went to the gym Sunday to get my 6 days in. Still waking up early. And it's just, that to me is a huge victory, because it just shows fortitude. It just shows fortitude. So I know everybody wants to just jump into something and thrive, but there's going to be struggle, and you have to accept it, and you got to make sure you don't let that just hold you down. So that's my week 2 check-in. I'm going to be talking about like losing parents. My next Find Your Fortitude. MJ Fitness is coming out with the new 6-week challenge starting in 2 weeks, which is very exciting. And then so I'll see you like week 3. This could be a great week. That's my goal. My goal is for this to be a great week. But being realistic, things might come up. It might not be the best week. Something might happen. But I just need to keep pushing forward. And that's just what I really want to get through to you. That if you're not thriving, it's okay if you're just surviving, as opposed to giving up. Like, understand, you could be doing a lot worse. So if you're just going to beat yourself up for doing the best you can, it's not really productive. It's not productive thinking. So understand and just be aware of what you're going through. Be aware of why you're having a bad day. Be aware. That's where I'm at in my life. Like, I'm just very aware of how I feel, why I feel things. The next step is what to do with that. I'm not there yet. But the biggest thing with me is just being self-aware of how interactions with certain people, how I feel about it, things that I do, how it makes me feel. So stuff like that. So come on, I really want to say that I'll have a good week. And if it was a bad week last week, like I did, let's have a great week. Like, let's just, the mindset, I just want us to have a great week. This is week 3, or this is week 2 check-in for Find Your Fortitude. And I'll be back. And any questions, comment here. Mark Jansen Fitness on Instagram. And I'm excited to stay tuned with you guys. And I'm really hoping some of you guys are joining me on this journey and really trying to get into a more healthy and positive lifestyle, because it really is a beautiful thing. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week.